Hello, my name is Shelly here. Welcome back for another episode of Victoria 3 as Mexico. In previous episode we were trying to pass the private health insurance, but then after a lot of various bad rolls and all that sort of stuff, the Catholic Church and the trade unionists, I had to check the name, decided to rebel. So now we've got a revolution in our hands. We've got France supporting us already, and we should be able to get Britain to support us as well, hopefully. Maybe even some other nations. But that should be enough to at least provide the troops needed to push back. Now, one of the bad things that we have going right now is the amount of money that we're losing. It's going to increase the taxes and maybe reduce the government wages a little bit. So we're not making such a massive deficit. We will still be losing money. But over here, we're just defending that one. We have no one in here. So we're going to lose Mexico City itself. So we might still lose this revolution overall. But I'm hoping that we can at least get enough support over here to push through the enemy lines. Maybe I could actually use my troops over here to do a landing there. Probably not. Oh, they got more troops moving in. So it's uncertain on both sides. Probably could have done the switch sides from here as well. Oh well. They'll switch nation from there. Oh, and all the construction is paused. Right, well I suppose that makes sense. Coffee talk. Private insurance was on everyone's lip in every coffee house. Afterwards, Alvarez was ready to cross the rule folk to help pass the law. Welcome this change of heart. So there would be 30% chance of more popularity for Mr. Alvarez, as well as some more interest group approval, or 45% chance of industrialist approval of commons. So that gives more attraction, a bit more approval rating there, or 5% chance of Alvarez getting some more popularity and is exiled. And we will get 5% inaccurate success chance regardless. No, we can get some more of the approval or a pop attraction to industrialists. Still get the 5%. You know what? We'll shield him from the blowback in the meanwhile. Ecuador wants to go into a defensive back. I suppose that's fine. We're going to be a bankrupt nation soon because we're just losing all the money that we have. I mean, suppose we could do a bit of trade in the meanwhile, although actually no, I don't think we can. Because if we all look at our trade on market in here, we've got no access to trade anywhere except through there. So yeah, that's a problem. That's causing us a lot of money. Okay, what can we do to reduce the... Okay, that's already at minimum. We're not constructing anything, so that's not making any difference there. I don't actually want to reduce the military wages too much. Taxes are already to the top, and we've got some luxury or consumption taxes already in here. So yeah, that's not looking great. I think we're going to have a bankruptcy very shortly with this speed. I'm just hoping that it happens, or we can start getting a little bit of the ground already in here. That might... Oh, right, everyone's declaring neutrality now. So our side has about 360 battalions in this. They've got 134. Of course, a lot of... Like, they still haven't arrived into this front is the problem. Okay, they will arrive right around the start of the war. That's 100 battalions coming in. That should be able to punch through the enemy lines. Although that is going to mean that we'll lose a lot of troops overall, or population overall. Oh, now they're moving 50 battalions over here into the capital region. Alright then. I think what I'm going to do though is I'm going to use my fleet. Well, we've got two fleets. Neither one of them is particularly large. I'm going to take this one to invasion into Veracruz. We'll have no defenders in here for a brief moment. Okay, now we are on the front. Or at least some of us are in the front. Oh, they've already... Right, conquered all of that. That makes sense. We've got... Well, we've got a few... Oh, actually, we could start advancing from here. Shouldn't be too bad. At least getting a little bit more ground. And looks like the French... Oh, yeah, the French are doing a pretty good job at defending. So I'm expecting them to move most of their troops away to the other fronts now. And they've got quite a bit of troops there. Bankruptcy is definitely looming, especially since we lost our capital already. But I'm hoping that the naval invasion over here will be unopposed for the most part, and then we can get back to our capital state. And that will also open up a front for the French and British to bring in some more troops. I mean, to be fair, there might be landings already being planned elsewhere as well. There's only 40 battalions over here total on the defensive side right now, of which most are the French stuff, and that is winning their first battle quite handily. Oh, well, we're gonna have a bankruptcy soon. We are at our debt limit, pretty much. I mean, there's not much I can do, unfortunately. Other than reduce the military quality, but I'd rather not do that. I prefer bankruptcy over that. Let's just say doing that during warfare is just a very, very bad situation. In general. Yeah, we're already over our credit limit. Ammunition shortage. Wolver front, the Utah front is going to be lost. Oh, there we go. We are at least getting some ground here. Although they're now moving a lot of troops into this front. So that's what I could... Oh, right. We're in the battle here. We should be able to punch through, though. Although they've got an okay defense in there, I suppose. Backroom dealings. We still haven't passed the private health insurance, though, which is infuriating in a lot of ways. Right. Who is our leader again? Sanchez is the leader. But we should not take anything that risks reducing his popularity, but none of these actually are such. I'm gonna... Ooh, actually, that would be a lot of authority loss there. Well, we'll reduce the success chance to 52% now. I have a feeling that we will probably still lose this war, but it's just... Like, the fact that they had almost everything... Oh, there we go. Our landing was successful, though. No one on that front. Oh, well... Oh, come on, French. You just abandoned that front and now we're losing everything there. And they're not moving any troops here. Are they moving any troops there? I don't think they can. So there's a bit of a problem, let's just say. But if we can get back to the capital state at least, that would be very useful. Oh, there we go, we got it. Now we're still losing a lot of money though. But the amount of credit that we have is slowly increasing, I guess. Although we're also losing all of this south here. I mean, we got some troops heading in there, but they're just moving all their troops away, so it's not really helpful. I'm still advancing there, or trying to anyway. Okay, so we got most of this. I'm just going to switch to the defensive to buy some more time. We've got an ally army in here, so that's one of the French armies here. Got a bit of a fight in there. Oh, right, that's actually us attack. Well, our ally attacking there. With 15 battalions. Might not be enough to break the enemy. But at least we managed to retake the capital, I guess. And they've... no, they've still got 82 battalions there. Oh, my goodness. And then now they've gotten some troops here, so they'll just overrun. Okay, yeah, this war is not going to end well. Either way, I'm going to lose this. Because if I... Well, I mean, mostly just all the devastation and all that from the Civil War. I guess I should have not tried passing this private insurance in the first place. That would have avoided the thing. Oh, wow. The radicalism is 143%. Right. Yeah, okay. So almost half the population is radicals. You know what? I'm going to switch my forces to the other front there, because clearly that needs troops. As soon as possible. We'll be there in time to at least stop their advancing. And then hopefully we'll get some allies in here, but it's just... Like, the allies, what are they doing? I know that the troops are from far away, so it takes probably about 2 months to bring them in. But still, like, they're just shuffling around the troops in such a way that we lost the southern front completely. And now we're losing the northern front here. I mean, or the central front, I suppose. The northern front, we are still... Well, we're slowly losing it ourselves, I suppose. They can't really help in there. So, yeah, we got quite a bit of credit. Wait a minute, it didn't shoot... Okay, there's some ports that... Oh, right, okay. Okay, now we got the private health insurance, at least. That should start reducing the radicals, maybe? Oh, and capitulation. Right, so I guess we just lost that then, didn't we? That thing... No, we still have private health insurance, okay. But who's in the government right now? It's just the industrialists. Could we reform that maybe to bring in some others? Maybe we'll bring the Conservative Party, for example, increase the legitimacy a bit further. And now we've got a massive debt to pay off, but I suppose it's going to take a few months. I guess we actually won that then, did we? Donation of knowledge. Oh yeah, I'll take a university. Oh, and they... Hold on a minute, did they get rid of all the universities or something? They did. Oh, come on. Okay, well, I'm going to take a few moments to go through all these production things, because it seems like we are having some issues there. But man, we lost so many universities. That's just so annoying. Why do you do this, AI? We do need to build a lot of artillery, that's for sure. Right, I think I'm just going to put in the electricity use on all of these logging camps at this stage. And hardwood production. And let's have a look at the development. How much did they screw up here? I suppose there's some ports. Oh yeah, there's quite a few ports that would probably change. And the railways need to be using that. And I suppose we'll go for the... if we go for government run, there'll be a lot less capitalists. More government shares. Or that would allow us to get a bit more capitalists. I suppose we'll go for the capitalists so they can fund our investment pool a little bit further. Oh, central archives completed. Filing cabinets. I love bureaucracy, I suppose. Right, let's have a look at the signs now. So we are getting the trench works at least. But my goodness, the amount of universities that we need to rebuild in here is just insane. Oh, and our construction speed has probably been dropped a lot. Let's at least resume the oh, because we are out of money. Maybe it's not... Is it not allowed to... Oh, we're in default right now. Okay. Alliance proposal with Belgium. I don't necessarily disagree with that one. At least have an ally would be nice. So all of that mess. Oh, and did we lose... No, we still got a decent bit of government administration over there. But let's have a look at the... So Mexico is a massive market access deficit right now. Standard of living in British Columbia and Mexico are utterly rubbish at this stage. We got a little bit in here. Right, so we got at least some of these sorted. I suppose what we need to do is get a lot more power plants right now. But now we have a massive issue of fixing our economy. First of all, do we have any trade routes active? No. So first of all, let's import some silk. I know that we need a lot of that. So the Russian market will do. We can trade over land there at least. And then what else do we need? Let's have a look at the highlights. Well, tools we are going to be building a bit more now. Steel we do need a decent bit. Oh, hold on a minute. Did they switch to the steel production? Did they? Okay, yeah, no, we still have the steel mills here. I could maybe go for the water tube boilers a little bit to reduce the labor need. So we should be able to get to the max production from the get-go. And the coal mines, I'm going to start building some of those. But the problem is that, like, the construction has completely paused. I suppose we're still having quite a bit of debt in here. Like, they shouldn't be paused. Oh, now we're going to resume. Okay, good. So our GDP went from 40-something, 46 million, I think, to 24, thanks to the AI, well, thanks to the rebellion and AI messing up everything. So we should have at least some construction going on right now. We still had some of the barracks underway. Yeah, we've got 10 underway there. Our military is at least the same size as it was before. But my goodness, that was annoying. And now we need... Hold on, did we lose all the engine production? Oh, right, we lost all the workers in there. I suppose we could put in some boilers there to reduce the worker need. So with the same amount of workers, we can at least produce a bit more. I'm just going to subsidize this one, actually. It's going to cost us a little bit, but at least we can get the engines we need to feed all the other industries with the the trains and all that. Oh, and we probably lost all the construction sectors. Yep, we did. How's the investment pool looking like? 3 million. Alright, I don't think we can necessarily afford increasing the construction fleet quite yet, but that was a disaster and a half, that's for sure. Oh, we could go for the universal suffrage. There's a fairly high support for it. Let's have a look at the stuff in there. So, is there something that would desperately oppose that? Trade unions would be radicalized. Armed forces would disapprove of that. Industrialists would disapprove of that. Okay, so I don't necessarily want to try passing that one yet. Oh, and now these generals are all messed up as well, aren't they? Now we've got this one over here that has absolute nothing. It's home at... Why are you from... Suppose we can retire you, because you have absolutely no troops whatsoever that you're trying to control there. The rest of the generals seem to be fine. We've got a bit of troops in Dixie that we could set up on a general. I'll get the armed forces one there. Oh, and there we go. Now we're getting 70... Oh, right. We probably still have massive taxes. Let's lower the taxes a little bit. And then we can probably increase the government wages again. And we don't actually... Hold on a minute. Do we have a lot of decrees? How many decrees do we have ongoing? So we've got the manufacturing industry in Mexico. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the consumption taxes. And I'm going to put in some more decrees instead. So agriculture in Yucatan. And resource industry in Oaxaca. And then maybe another manufacturing industry. Either in Veracruz, Jalisco, or Guerrero, I think. I'm gonna go for Veracruz because that is fairly decent bit. Well, it's not that massive amount of industries, but it's the motor industries that will get a lot of benefit from there. So now we've still got quite a bit of debt to pay. We've got our 126 battalions at least, so that's good. So we're slowly increasing the army size a bit further in Mexico. It's very slow. How's the investment pool? It is actually going down. It's only 3 million right now. Of course, we need to increase our GDP very rapidly here. We dropped from number 8 on the GDP list to 14. And a big chunk of that is because the AI decided to just dismantle a lot of the industries that we had. Well, mostly like the universities and such. So we need to build a lot of universities. We've got 10 underway. I think that might be quite a few there. I'm going to sort of switch in some coal mines in between there. So not all of them are built at once. But they will be built. I'll also put in some construction sectors, I think. At least 1 or 2 here and there. Maybe we'll get a total of 3 or something. I already did remove the ones in Yucatan. They removed most of the ones in Yucatan. Get another one there, and then... that one definitely needs one. So what we're missing in terms of our market right now, so clippers, men of wars, I don't use clippers, do I? No, I'm pretty sure that that is just... oh, whaling. Why did you switch to whaling station? Put the steam power and stuff there. There we go, so the clipper price isn't going to be an issue anymore. Opium isn't too bad right now. In terms of price, tea is still pretty bad, and we need small arms. Did we lose some... oh, right, the infrastructure over here is rubbish. I mean, we don't have enough people working here is the problem, and the coal price is fairly high. Suppose I could actually subsidize this, so we're going to hire everyone in here to get the infrastructure needed. At least some of the infrastructure needed, because if we don't have the infrastructure levels required, then everything else is going to have a lot of issues as well. But there we go. Now we could have up to 5 million in credit already. I mean, the GDP has already grown to 30 million. So I think we're going to recover from this in a span of a few years. Hopefully by the end of the century, we'll be ready to start fighting USA again. Speaking of which, how is the... they got over 200 battalions still, so we probably need to get close to 200 battalions total. And then if we have a look at the armor quality, they still got skirmish infantry, shrapnel artillery, standardized... so they don't have the... oh, they do have the field hospitals, though. Right. Another thing that I should probably do is reduce the taxes a tiny bit further, so the legitimacy is even higher. We can get the loyalist numbers go up, and radicals numbers go down. So that will definitely help. And why are we damaging relations with Jing? Right, so we are working on the trench works. After that, I suppose we could get the bolt action rifle to increase the production further. Although after that, I think it might be time to go for some of the production tech. So we are still getting the shift work, and in the society we're getting the pan-nationalism. So that's going to increase the authority that we have a little bit further. So what are we lacking in here? Coal. Lots and lots of coal. The coal mine is running okay, at least. I guess, well, we got 3 more being built, eventually. Law enforcement invest... oh, no, you didn't. You bastards. Well, they started lowering my law enforcement stuff and all that. Well, I suppose they probably had a bit of a deficit in bureaucracy, I do admit that, but like... one, I probably should not have been switching between the sides, let's be honest, because the AI had a bit of time controlling either side. So that caused some issues. But also the fact that we just lost... I mean, we are going to get some more government administration at least built now. More in Mexico by the looks of it. Did we... okay, we still got the paper mills at least, so that's good. And the gold mines over here are at least operational, so we're getting a pretty good amount of gold income. Actually, probably about half of our income is from gold, more or less. And then there's a little bit of investment pool transfers. I think at this stage, well, the investment pool is still fairly small, but as the GDP grows, we're already number 12, okay. So that's at least coming along fairly nicely. I think what I might want to do, though, is increase the construction... oh, actually, we already have 4 over there. Don't have one over there, so I'm just going to get one there. Oh, and they stopped building the food industries as well, didn't they? Well, the grocery price has dropped a decent bit. I suppose the standard of living is now 12.8 though, so at least that's pretty much as high as it's been for us. Well, actually it was 12.9, but it's not showing us the stuff right now because we switched size there. Let's get to speed 4 at least. So that was always speed 3 actually, and we managed to get about 13 million GDP back there fairly quickly. So I think we can recover from this. It's just gonna take a few years to be able to get everything sorted out again. Now, admittedly, we're not taxing too much, which is probably for the best. We don't have these wages too high either, but the expenditures over there can be quite high. So we got Catholic Church and trade unions are marginalized right now, which is, to be fair, serves them right. I don't know where they had their capital, to be fair, but they did give up in that war, I think. At least we managed to pass the law, so maybe they were forced to end because, you know, the law actually passed. We've got 11 construction sectors right now. At least it's slowly increasing the construction speed. Oh, and now we're building, right, we're building government administration, so we're not getting any return of investment on the investment pool right now. Not losing too much money, though, which is definitely good news. And the investment pool is now growing. We've got quite a bit of work to do to be ready to fight USA again. But I have a feeling that by the end of the decade, we'll have at least 50 million GDP. Oh, shift work done. Good. We've got some of the... Well, actually, none of these were at the max level yet, were they? Not directly, anyway. I mean, if we have a look at the modifiers... It's not listed in here. Oh, there we go. Expand power plants completed. Stable supply of power. Unlimited power. There we go. So that's going to give us a lot more electricity for use in the... Or for the population itself. We did switch up all the wood cutting stuff to use the electricity by now. The coal is still in a very, very high demand, so we probably need to increase the building levels over here. Probably all the way to the max, quite frankly. We also need to increase the construction sectors over time here. Not necessarily everything immediately, but definitely over time we need to get back to at least 120. So basically double our construction. I mean, we've got 3 more underway here. With the universities, we could probably actually switch some of these in here. So we won't get all the universities at once. So at least we'll be able to regain some of the investment pool. Or we will use some of the investment pool while building all of that. The session in Dixie. Oh, Cherokee Uprising. Who would be able to join here? If I join, then that would potentially open up... I'm gonna maybe... I'm not really in state or kind of shape to be in another war quite yet, though. There we go, pan-nationalism, so we got a bit more authority. It's not a lot, mind you, but a little bit. And the... Oh, wow, yeah, we lost a lot of prestige in that ordeal. Well, the administration buildings are pretty much done, so now we're getting a lot of the money again. And I'm starting to wonder, I mean, we could have up to 10 million credit already. Oh, ooh, it's already almost 37 million GDP. Alright, it was the pass. Oh, right, we're losing a rank there, so the Baltic interest is disappearing. Hey, steam engine time completed. Manufacture of steam engine has become a profitable industry in Veracruz thanks to our sound investment in locomotive technology. These engines are already being employed across New Mexican railway lines. All aboard? Or motor industry building throughput? Or steel? Oh, I'll take the steel railway cars actually. I don't know if it's spreading to us yet. Probably not. No, we're getting the threshing machines, which honestly is not a bad one either. Improve the farm productivity and all that. So now we've got a lot of bureaucracy. How about we go ahead and get ourselves the institution upgrade, so especially the health system. I'm going to upgrade the law enforcement as well. There we go. Standard of living is already at 13. It's not too shabby. And population is... Oh, that is actually showing the entire time. But the standard of living does not. And we could have... Oh, 131 innovation now total. I mean, I suppose we are going to be getting quite a bit in there. We need a lot more universities, though. Did we... Oh, we lost a university over here in Texas. Built that one. We lost the one over here. We lost so many universities. That's not even funny. Well, it might be funny for you, not for me. I suppose we'll get a fishing wharf over there. Not necessarily the best, but at least it provided some work over there. I'm going to slowly start increasing standard of living across the board. And now we're getting £20,000 per week. To be fair, if we were to use all the construction, or rather not get any of the construction covered by the budget, then we'd have a bit higher problems there. We're getting some more tooling workshops and furniture manufacturing in Mexico. How's the infrastructure levels there? We do have a little bit extra infrastructure, not too much. I suppose we could get another level in there. Just for the heck of it. We've got some lead mines. We've got the iron mines already built up there. How's the investment pool? That is still actually growing. Okay, at this stage then, let's go ahead and bring in one of these to the top of the list. The sooner we can increase the construction, the better, because that's going to allow us to just increase the GDP overall. And looks like, oh, right, actually, we got the new ship stuff, torpedo boats. So ammunition demand is going to go up a lot. Did they... Okay, they didn't mutilate the munitions plant, at least. And get that one in there. Did we... Oh, right, we can't get the explosive cells until dynamite is done. But once we do get that, that'd be quite nice. I don't know if we actually need this rotary valve engine there. We can hire a bit more people. There's plenty of peasants available. That's going to reduce the coal use at least a tiny bit. It's not that massive of an influence, to be fair. We could probably do the same over here. Just go for the hand assembly. For the time being, anyway. Like, if we've got a lot of peasants in there, we might as well do that. And then save us a little bit of coal once, or until we get the coal production up and running full speed again. And now we've got 2 government administration being built. I mean, at least we got a bit of extra production or construction speed now. We should be able to get to... Hold on a minute. So it should be 75, right? Or 65 total. Well, it is growing slowly. So I suppose we are going to be getting there. And we got only a tiny bit of unrealized taxes, so that's good. And the debt that we have to pay is only 1.5 million. We'd already have credit of 13 million, so that's slowly getting better and better. Still need over 2 years for the trench works. Although, once we start getting some of the universities done soon-ish, then that is going to start speeding up fairly quickly. But the fact that we need to rebuild all of those is just very, very annoying. I suppose we could get a bit more logging over here. Not that we necessarily need the wood too badly. Let's actually take a look. What do we need a lot? Coal, ammunition, opium, engines, tools, groceries now. Rubber, maybe a little bit too big. I suppose the military does require some rubber, so we'll build one more there. I'm guessing the transportation is actually not too bad. I mean, there's a lot of demand, but we've got a decent bit of transportation overall. So I suppose it'll be fine. But I do realise we are actually out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll share the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.